There is a revolting nickname given to Joe Biden by his own son. We'll share it at the end. In the meanwhile, though, this is about James Comer, where a weird name, Robert L. Peters, a code name for Joe Biden, showed up in documents tying him to the scandal in Ukraine. This goes to China. I mean, he's all over these documents. Just watch this. This is going to take a little bit of groundwork, but thank you guys for subscribing. Thanks for showing up and liking. Of course, we have one of the most active comments. You don't have to be afraid to comment. Here's the backstory on the Robert L. Peters pseudonym.
Vice President Biden took a call with the president of Ukraine, Petro Poroshenko. It is concerning to the committee, however, that this document was sent to Robert L. Peters, a pseudonym the committee has identified as then vice president.
Remember that name, Robert L. Peters. Joe Biden is Robert L. Peters.
The Democrats and their friends in the media try to say there's no connection to Joe Biden.
There's a connection to Robert L. Peters.
And I believe that one reason that Hunter was CC'd on those emails where Joe Biden was using a fake name is so Hunter could prove to the Ukrainian oligarch, look, help is on the way.
So he actually put Robert L. Peters in the email Hunter Biden did to show the Ukrainian crime lords that he was tied to his dad, that his dad was part of the influence peddling.
The owners of Burisma were squeezing Hunter Biden saying, we need help from Washington. Now, who do you think they were referring to when they were talking to Hunter Biden, who they've said was dumber than their dogs, who was a drug addict, who had no experience, that we need help from Washington? Who do you think they were talking about?
He said, don't worry, there's help coming from Washington. Robert L. Peters, whom no one's ever heard of, by the way, because this is a pseudonym. He was talking about Joe Biden.
And we're finding out that Joe Biden had aliases. More than one.
Yes, he had Robert L. Peters. That's what he conducted much of his business under. It's so he could avoid getting FOIA searches because they'd be searching for the name Joe Biden. I don't know if it's not illegal. It's not a breaking of the letter of the law, but a president is supposed to be protected. So he's not supposed to be off doing his own pseudo personal emails like what Hillary did when she got her own personal email servers that were illegal.
And Joe Biden has said vehemently, repeatedly, both as presidential candidates and then as president, that he in no way, shape, or form had anything whatsoever to do with his son Hunter's business dealings. And actually, maybe Joe Biden didn't, but maybe Robert L. Peters did.
Okay, hold on. But this Robert L. Peters, it gets worse. Much worse, much darker.
According to the House Oversight Committee, the big guy used a pseudonym, Robert L. Peters, when emailing his son's business associates, including using it to schedule secret calls with the president of Ukraine. And it's the very use of that name that prevented discovery of the messages under FOIA, the Freedom of Information Act.
Keep saying it, Robert L. Peters.
Congressman James Comer is demanding records pertaining to Joe Biden's fake email address using the alias, I guess say it again, can't say it enough, Robert L. Peters.
Because you hear the latest with Joe Biden and his pseudonym, email name Robert L. Peters.
Twitter is blowing up with this name, getting the word out. Here's Cat Turd, Robert L. Peters. Remember that name. Here's the famous actor, Randy Quaid. Let's go, Robert L. Peters. But here's the dark side. This is Tucker Carlson from over a year ago when Hunter's iCloud documents were exposed, opened up, and he was referring to someone named Peter in his exchanges. Watch this.
So a lot of people online are wondering why, according to Hunter Biden's electronic devices, Joe Biden's family refers to him as Pedo Peter.
That's an interesting nickname. Ties Biden in yet another way to the name Robert L. Peters. This is shocking and disgusting. This is going to blow up. Of course, I need you to help get the word out by subscribing, posting this link everywhere you can, point your friends to the stuff, and you yourself participate in the comments. Do you think this is going to blow the lid off the Biden crime family? I'm Doug in Exile.